in the toil of thinking, in the serenity of books, in the messages of prophets, the songs of poets, and the wisdom of interpreters, in discoveries of continents of truth whose margins we may see, we delight in free minds and in their thinking. In the majesty of the moral order, in the faith that right will triumph, in the courage given us when we ally ourselves to truth in any form, in the privilege of being co-workers in good causes, we celebrate the unseen goals we share and serve. Let us build a world safe from war and oppression, free and satisfying, one that ultimately furnishes answers for us all. Please be seated.
Graduates, friends, and family, good afternoon and welcome. I'm Kira Scarabaghi, the Dean of the Faculty of Community Services and your host for today. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the land that we're celebrating on today. Toronto is in the dish with one spoon territory. The dish with one spoon is a treaty between the Anishinaabe, Mississaugas, and Haudenosaunee that bound them to share the territory and protect the land. Subsequent Indigenous nations and peoples, Europeans, and all newcomers have been invited into this treaty in the spirit of peace, friendship, and respect. Classes of 2020 and 2021, it is so wonderful to have you back on campus to celebrate your academic achievements at an in-person ceremony. Woo-hoo. It turns out you're real, and so are we. That's amazing. I want to welcome all of you, the graduates, the families, the friends, the colleagues, and distinguished guests to this wonderful moment. A moment that captures enormous achievement and that sets the stage for exciting futures. Today, we have all come together to celebrate this moment. In so doing, we acknowledge the hard work that went into getting there. Every graduate earned their place amongst those we rely on for creating good, just, and caring communities and societies. We acknowledge and give thanks to those who supported our graduates, families, old friends and new friends, teachers and mentors. And we celebrate the new connections and relationships that formed during your time with us right here at Toronto Metropolitan University. This moment is about joy, excitement, laughter, and perhaps a little relief too. We don't always know what comes next, but I am confident that with the degree you earned, the connections you have made, and the confidence you have gained, you'll be ready to go out into the world and to contribute to making it better for everyone. Congratulations, everyone. I am proud to share this moment with you. To begin this very special day, I introduce you to the Chancellor of Toronto Metropolitan University, Janice Fukakusa.
Graduates, I am very proud and honored to speak to you today. It's a time of very well-deserved celebration. We all share our pride in your success, while everyone whose love and support has played a part in bringing you here today. So at this stage of my remarks at Convocation, I typically share a few pieces of advice with the graduating class. After 2 years of pandemic, however, I think the graduates should be the ones giving advice. Graduates, you went through a remarkable experience. You endured and came through it, achieving your ultimate objective. You succeeded by facing and overcoming unforeseen barriers. I hope you share your experience with others and be proud of what you have achieved. In fact, be proud of the impact of everything you do in the months going forward. Take time to reflect on your achievements. It builds the confidence to essentially overcome the inevitable challenges in the years ahead. And remember, when you look back at your university experience, I encourage you to think about what you learned about yourself. That resilience gives you the means to learn from your experience, and determination will keep you focused on your dreams. After all, you've all proven that you have the talent to succeed. On this special day of celebration, let me close by offering my congratulations and best wishes in your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Fukakusa. Now please welcome the university's President and Vice Chancellor, Mohamed Lashemi.
Thank you. Welcome to our graduates, family and friends, colleagues from across the university community and beyond, classes of 2020 and 2021. This is an important day for you, and you have our warmest congratulations. We are so pleased that you returned to our first in-person convocation since your graduating year. Now, as an alumni, you come back to a university that just recently underwent a historical name change. While the name may be different, the core values that define our university remain. These values shaped your time here and will continue. This may be a new chapter in the history of our university, but it is undoubtedly formed by the pages that came before. Both you and the university look ahead to a bright future, a future of promise and optimism, better prepared than ever to meet the challenges and opportunities ahead. This is your time. You have what the world is looking for: talent, energy, and new ideas. We are so pleased that you choose this university, that you immersed yourself in our university community. I hope you are feeling grateful for each other, for the good friends who shared your university experience and are now friends for life. Which brings us full circle. Why we may find success as individuals, as society, we depend on each other. We need loved ones, colleagues, and community. In French, you know, we never say goodbye. Instead, we say au revoir, which literally means until we see you again. Enjoy your very special day and stay close to your alma mater, for together we will shape the future. Thank you, and I invite you now to please enjoy a short video.
Today marks a momentous moment in the story of your life. Just a few years ago, you began a new chapter. For some, that meant moving to a new city. For many, that meant discovering new perspectives. And for all, that meant opening your mind to new possibilities. Along the way, you were met with challenges unfamiliar to those who came before you and to those who follow. You embraced the responsibility of learning and unlearning, inspired by the people and places that played a part. Together, we evolved. While this chapter comes to a close, your story continues. Tomorrow, you'll remember this moment, not for who you were, but for who you have become. Today, we'll celebrate the diversity of your experience, your commitment to shaping a better future, and your part in our story as Toronto Metropolitan University.
I now welcome to the podium to deliver the convocation address Tiziana Rivera, Vice President Quality and Chief Nursing Executive at William Osler Health and 1986 nursing alumna.
Chancellor Fukakusa, President Lashemi, Provost Simpson, deans, esteemed colleagues, and representatives who join us on stage, members of the graduating class, your families, friends, and honored guests. It is my extreme pleasure to speak with you today. The sounds a city makes when it's waking up are so familiar to us. Coffee being poured, footsteps on subway stairs, trucks beeping as they back up. But one morning, that familiar rhythm changed. In March 2020, during Ontario's first lockdown, I was driving to work at William Osler Health System, and the highways and streets were empty. In healthcare, crises are nothing new, but the phrase, "this is different," was on a loop in my head, and we know now that voice got it right. The community Osler serves was one of the hardest hit. Some called it the epicenter of the pandemic in Canada. But no matter where you were that spring, it was unnerving, heartbreaking, apocalyptic. Each of us has memories of the pandemic that will stay with us forever. Here's one of mine. Hospital units are busy places. Lots of patients and visitors and healthcare professionals all working together, creating a hum of care and compassion. One morning in the early days of the pandemic, before vaccines, I walked into a unit dedicated to caring for patients with COVID. It looked so different. From the personal protective equipment everyone was wearing to the absence of visitors, many of the patients were too sick to sit up, much less move around. And the hum had been replaced by an eerie silence, if not fear. In one room, a patient with COVID was at the end of his life, and a nurse sat beside him, holding the phone to his ear where his family could say their last goodbyes. He would not die alone. So yes, we have difficult memories, but we also remember indelible moments that are profoundly moving, moments that demonstrate the depth and kindness of the human spirit. One by one, people found it in themselves to rise to the challenge, to reflect on how this pandemic might transform them and their communities in a positive way. Psychology calls this the uses of adversity. That human beings, rather than being crushed, can use adversity to grow and to reinforce our connection to others. Graduates, you know what I'm talking about. You rose to the challenge of studying and launching your careers at a time of unprecedented upheaval. You learned, you connected, you completed your studies and graduated. Was it difficult? Yes. But here's the result of all of that. You are better prepared for the 21st century with all its complexity than anyone else. You have a kind of superpower. If I asked each of you why you chose your profession, from nursing to urban planning, I'd get many different answers. You talk about helping people, building community, creating a better future. And as a mother whose son studied here years after I did, I know just how proud your loved ones are today. But graduates, if I were to distill this vision into a single phrase, it would be the power of one. You know in your souls that one person, that nurse with the patient in that unit, can make a huge difference. And you also know that one person does not act in isolation. So really, it's the power of 1 + 1 + 1. And graduates, I know you sense the power of 1 + 1 in this room today. This remarkable university is now part of you, and you are part of it for life. So what does the power of one look like as it creates energy for a common purpose? Or actually, what does it sound like? Can I ask the graduates to please stand? And listen and join in with the clapping. Hold on. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Have a seat. So in 10 seconds, the power of 1 + 1 + 1 created a community of joy, laughter, and energy. I love it. Graduates, always remember that the power of one is in your hands, literally. And world, watch these graduates closely. They are going to rock us all. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you for your inspiring words and for a little bit of rock music, Tiziana. Much appreciated. As our graduates prepare to come forward, I will take this opportunity to request that you hold your applause until all graduates have crossed the stage. However, we do welcome spontaneous outbursts of joy, enthusiasm, even relief from family and friends. That's all part of your celebration. Now enjoy your moment of finally getting to cross the Convocation stage.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the certificates in the G. Raymond Chang School of Continuing Education. Certificate in Aboriginal Knowledges and Experiences, Jessica Machado. Sheila Sakunen. Certificate in Canadian Social Work Practice, Alexandra Kedmenek. Gitri Mera. Certificate in Community Engagement, Leadership, and Development, Mavish Nazhat. Certificate in Food Security, Abanitha Paramasivam. Certificate in Occupational Health and Safety, Marcia Blair. Ben Dioleta. Anne Paris. Marisa Isabel Castillo Petruza. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the undergraduate degrees in the Faculty of Arts. Austin Ferratoni. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the undergraduate degrees in the Faculty of Community Services, Bachelor of Arts, Child and Youth Care. Amal Abdo. Daryl Agbuis, with distinction. Sarah Ali. Laban Amruthalingam. Nadisha Blair Lubin, with distinction. Erica Blaze, with distinction. Jatara Bob. Agape Boto, with distinction. Haley Cartmel. Natasha Chandra. Evelyn Chavez. Abigail Dacuna. Jennifer Day, with distinction. Annabelle De Jesus, with distinction. Sonia De Souza, with distinction. James De Los Reyes. Alexandria Dickinson. Kimberly Estrada Pedroza. Ekaterini Isaguara. Zion Fan. Fatima Fatima. Zaina Gittins. Lillian Gong. Shanice Graham. Michaela Hamid. Janae Hines, with distinction. Liana Igrecia, with distinction. Vitas James. Sarah Kareem. Pooja Kathir Gamanathan. Nana Kubi. Gianella Lazaro. Chantel Leacock. Kayan Heidi Liu. Phoebe McDougall with distinction. Gina Mabu. Alessandro Marinucci Meta. Abigail Massey. Harani Matanamohan. R.V. Mendoza with distinction. Robin Mercurio. Kael-In Murfin with distinction. Melissa Owusu. Brianna Partridge. Rita Pimentel Gonzalez. Rochelle Pinto. Rochelle Pinto is being congratulated on stage by her cousin, Janice Pinto, from the G. Raymond Chang School of Continuing Education. Krista Powell Alexander with distinction. Priska Prince. Amanda Lucia Pwim. Manpreet Rangi with distinction. Risha Robinson Lambie. Kershika Rubaganath with distinction. Farazia Saeed. Natalie Small. Gloria Zeto. Rayma Tibbetts. Amanda Toffoli. Sarah Virgilio with distinction. Jing Wang with distinction. Elizabeth Williams with distinction. Bilan Shu. Anna Yap with distinction. Grace Yao. Amanda Zimmerman with distinction. Bachelor of Arts, Disability Studies. Linda Callahan, with distinction. Jessica Houston. Carrielle Moore. Tiffany Ann Stones, with distinction. Aisha Thomas. Bachelor of Arts, Early Childhood Studies. Sydney Abate. Adrienne Adona, with distinction. Noshin Ahmed. Hafsa Ali. Amara Alvi, with distinction. Neha Akil. Lindsay Benjamin, with distinction. Margaret Cabrera. Denise Campbell, with distinction. Maria Hurak. Mirabelle Chang, with distinction. Karen Chung. Christina Clasadonte, with distinction. Stephanie Conte, with distinction. Tiffany Dow, with distinction. Amiro Dekane. Yuri D. Assis, with distinction. Ziying Dong. Nisita Dumlao Emilu, with distinction. Wei Zhuan Fang. Crisel Gandoza, with distinction. Andrea Hernandez Alonso, with distinction. Jessica Huang. Wen Jun Hang. Faith Hung. Pauline Hun, with distinction. Victory Iguinagu. Marcella Yosue, with distinction. Alishba Jabbar. Min Zhang, with distinction. Anam Khan. Dui Hua Lam. Samantha Lam. Jiazhen Li, with distinction. Alice Lee C. Lee, with distinction. Wei Lin, with distinction. Patricia Liu. Xin Tong Ma. Cindy Mack. Jewel Marasigan. Miral Mathkur. Catherine McDonald, with distinction. Fatima Mohammed, with distinction. Abigail Nanquil. Harmony Ng. Jaskiran Nijar. Rochelle Pangindian. Nicole Parselius. Britishana Petgrave, with distinction. Megan Porter. Ying Ki Ki. Fatima Rabani. Zainab Rahman, with distinction. Rania Reginald. Aisha Shash. Jessica Stahl. Dana Tahan. Sabrina Turiram. Samia Tuka, with distinction. Vivian Tran. Amber Vasconcelos. Richard Vu, with distinction. Madeline Wilson, with distinction. Annie Yao, with distinction. Sarah Youssef. Zeline Yan. Yuan Chen Zhang, with distinction. Bachelor of Science in Nursing, post-diploma degree completion. Anna Carmela Ackland, with distinction. Annalyn Amigo. Annabella Ankra. Bella Marie Apostle. Miriam Berger. Curtis Chan, with distinction. Keisha Clark, with distinction. Mackenzie Kahn. Marisha Dufus. Kal Sang Tredan. Kata Erase. Jennifer Gagate. Laksiga Ganeshalingam. Josie Hedor. Harman Jumu. Shera Grace Giganto. June Zhang, with distinction. Judy Joson, with distinction. Manjeet Kaur. Gertrude Kianche, with distinction. Eunice Ann Laksamana. Helen Matthews. Mekdes Mati. Joshua Mercado. Blessing Mpofu. Adila Niaz. Derek Ntongwe. Confidence Nwogu. Funke Ogodiran. Oluwasian Okanlawan, with distinction. Manjusha Paraparambil John. Daniela Prado. Linda Rufus. Ramandeep Sangha, with distinction. Sinthura Sachithanathan. Giselle Tangaline, with distinction. Christine Thomas. Irish Thomas. Joan Ufumuen. Shulamite Ukandu, with distinction. Christine Vicente. Patrizia Verone, with distinction. Madison Weiss. Wei Wei, with distinction. Cassidy Whitelaw. Lavelle Xavier. Anita Young. Bachelor of Applied Science, Nutrition and Food. Lean Al-Fayez, with distinction. Sarah Aliko. Bouquet Ira, with distinction. Jessica Barrera, with distinction. Arti Bhatia. Eric Chow, with distinction. Helen Chow, with distinction. Rachel Corashane Carter. Stephanie Davies, with distinction. Ethige Nelushi da Silva, with distinction. Nicole Ferreira, with distinction. Judy Gao, with distinction. Jennifer Halte, with distinction. Jenna Yatsi. Arian Kumal, with distinction. Michaela Keen Sonnenberg. Sahar Kamene Bagheri, with distinction. Amina Khan. Dina Lahali. Melissa Latini. Heya Mashal. Amreen Mohammed. Mirane Mohebi, with distinction. Monica Chuin Nguyen, with distinction. Nikea Perez. Marianne Persad. Pega Porhidari, with distinction. Caitlin Romano, with distinction. Fatima Mia La Sanchez. Chen Yi Shao, with distinction. Tina Sharma. Khadija Shiratzi. Jung Tang. Arul Verma, with distinction. Sammeet Zainab, with distinction. Caroline Zelma. Bachelor of Applied Science, Occupational and Public Health, Occupational Health and Safety. Suwilma Almanju. Joanna Al-Smadi. Tishana Amid. Norina Bacchus. Jessica Bayos. Stefan Bochevsky. Hannah De La Rosa. Daniela Gokul. Mariam Hassan. Ogenefajiro Ekutegbi. Esther Kirebo. Linda Mabelli with distinction. Irene Ng. Layla Qureshi. Fatima Sharik. Gan Tran. Bachelor of Applied Science, Occupational and Public Health, Occupational Health and Safety Cooperative Program. Serena Choi with distinction. Resham Shehzad. Bachelor of Applied Science, Occupational and Public Health and Safety. Yvonne Carletti. Lishan Daniel. Deka Farah. Brittany Ganesh. Akay Hendricks with distinction. Emina Kokopas. Emily Ji Woo Kwan with distinction. Alicia Liao with distinction. Victoria Lopez. Mir Sanim Al Mamoun with distinction. Saida Rahman with distinction. Chantel Rupnarine Singh with distinction. Melanie Sly. Melanie Sly is being congratulated on stage by her father, Timothy Sly, from the School of Occupational Health. Angelie Spencer with distinction. Yasmin Taylor with distinction. Leila Bari Tony Enwin. Bachelor of Applied Science, Occupational and Public Health and Safety Cooperative Program. Svitlana Berisheva. Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Ryerson Centennial George Brown Collaborative Nursing. Nazra Abdi. Alexia Abelha. Sema Abu Hussein, with distinction. Hen Abu Hamdan, with distinction. Naja Acosta. Sheila Adoma Amponza. Hannah Ali. Ashwaq Ali. Amina Ali Mohammed. Joyce Ascano. Oluwakemi Babatunde. Nora Babachi, with distinction. Sonia Baga. Vishnuga Balendran. Teresa Bannon, with distinction. Ria Brumbahat. Paula Bregu. Anita Brown. Gifty Brown. Michelle Bouzlon. Sydney Kabase. Nicole Cameron. Beyonce Angelica Cow, with distinction. Chriselle Ann Nikolai Kappa. Laura Caro. Megan Kasuga, with distinction. Emily Ching Chan. C.G. Chen, with distinction. Ka-Sin Michelle Chung. Melissa Dam. Celeste Dancel. Zara Delawala, with distinction. Jerusha Diodar. Basmin Dariwa. Fabiola Diaz Valbuena, with distinction. Norsha Fenton, with distinction. Claudia Front. Jamil Henson. Simon Donato Wooger, with distinction. Dimara Downey, with distinction. Ellen Downey. Doreen D'Souza. Mandy Duong, with distinction. Dennis Estrada, with distinction. Mary Danielle Fabian, with distinction. Aubrey Ann Farhardo. with distinction. Rosemary Faria. Mariama Fati. Angelique Flores. Oganerewe Fregene. Iarnia Grenique Fliak. Cindy Guam. Emma Gubbles. Jesse Ha. Michael Lang. Saida Fayaz. Reese Bernard Flores, with distinction. Angeli Pearl Fortunato, with distinction. Daniela Furtado. Gayathri Jeslin. Rachel Nanaranjan. Alizon Dane Hamak. Lauren Holly. Kamwati Hemraj. Mariam Ibrahim. Abisha Jivakumar, with distinction. Chukunanyirlam Jerry Okondu, with distinction. Beverly Jose, with distinction. Chelson Louise Jose, with distinction. Mithushini Kajendran, with distinction. Ansjot Kapoor. Bavneet Kaur, with distinction. Tajinder Kaur. Ruyel Katsi. Sunit Karut. Drea Kidd. Darane Kim, with distinction. Ajay Karuba. Swetha Kumar. Brittany Latchman, with distinction. Ali Lakhani. Kim Handy Lau. Patricia Lau, with distinction. Therese Marie Leon. Trey-Mi Le, with distinction. Carol Le. Virginia Le, with distinction. Kimberly Lung. Zui Yi Li. Vivian Lee. Li Ying Lang. Chris Libran, with distinction. Jia Ying Lin. Laura Lynn Lonquines. Edward Liu. Charlene Lubiran. Vanessa Lumayor. Michelle Long, with distinction. Giselle Maram, with distinction. Margaret Shian Manalo, with distinction. Melissa Marquez, with distinction. Shireen Masood, with distinction. Jabina Mathiaparanam. Marissa Mendez. Reese Merlin, with distinction. Alexandra Beatrice Mikosa. Fadumo Mohammed. Tamina Mohammadullah. Emma Murdoch, with distinction. Elessar Nazon. Laura Ngo. Daphne Nguyen, with distinction. David Nguyen. Jessica Nguyen, with distinction. Lauren Nguyen. Katrina Mary Nicholas. Jamie Ortega. Sarah Pashtunyar, with distinction. Arohi Patel, with distinction. Shivani Patel. Jezre Paynor, with distinction. Aria Ponce, with distinction. Rebecca Porras, with distinction. Anna Prokopenko, with distinction. Christine Kimbo, with distinction. Ram Raghupati. Cynthia Ravindra. Hyo Young Ri. Jerusha Sumuthiran. Hannah Riliera. Joritza Rawasa, with distinction. Angelica Roilos, with distinction. Melanie Rudd. Jasmine Sabai, with distinction. Oveya Sabisan. Anayat Sadiq. Munjot So, with distinction. Monique Salmon, with distinction. Patrick Salvador, with distinction. Harpreet Sanghera, with distinction. Asma Satari. Natalie Sears. Danielle Selvaraja. Reynard Sang, with distinction. Bitavina Shanmugalingam. Pranavi Shanmugasundaram, with distinction. Megan Shannon. Arunvir Sharma. Anastasia Sidiropoulos. Shivana Singh. Puneet Singh. Ramya Sivakumar. Kabilani Sivaraja, with distinction. Tharania Sivasubra Maniam. Catherine Solbach. Valentina Stevanovsky. Ji Ying Sun, with distinction. Rita Tan, with distinction. Julia Tayaka, with distinction. Vanessa Tai. Lokshega Thangaraja, with distinction. Luksiga Thangaraja, with distinction. Liddy Thomas, with distinction. Tanya Tonto Donati. Tharaga Velayu Depile, with distinction. Naomi Weldo. Titina Wolde. Emily Wong. Karen Ann Wong. Alicia Xavier. Bi Yi Zhu. Nada Yakubu, with distinction. Mawish Zamir. Natasha Zimoniak. Bachelor of Social Work, Social Work. Jerica Arizala. Gino Batista. Sarah Bigash, with distinction. Nathan Chang. Katrina Chang. Esther Ching, with distinction. Katie Choi. Diana Chimesa. Melanie Collins, with distinction. Candice Cosbert, with distinction. Julia DeYoung. Bianca de la Cruz. Zainab Dalla. Christina DiGianni. Jasmine Errett. Leanne Alpha. Jesse Fawcett. Megan Derwachter. Michelle Federowicz, with distinction. Aaron Fix. Amanda Frechette. Ryan Gatchalian. Avneet Gill. Ariana Gomez, with distinction. Althea Gorospe. Nora Graham. Stephanie Grisafi, with distinction. Kanika George. Hania Garea. Isabella Giovanelli. Nicholas Guerius, with distinction. Nancy Huang. We kindly ask, out of respect for all graduates, that people remain in their seats, please. Thank you. Olivia Hulins. Janine Highlands, with distinction. Leanne King. Karen Kwok. Kimberly Lesnick. Joyce Yi Lu. Lynn Mahmood. Fritz Mangera. Maria Mastrella. Bilquis Mohammed, with distinction. Valerie Moran. Sarah Monroe, with distinction. Sylvia Nabulia. Brandon Ngo. Alexis Ovenden. Michaela Francis Pascacolan. Jayamina Pascarana, with distinction. Shriva Pathak, with distinction. Ashana Prasad, with distinction. Linda Picken. Nordia Richards. Carlos Rios. Mercy Rodriguez Argueta. Caprice Rowland. Carolyn Saunders, with distinction. Genesis Shaw Oti, with distinction. Catherine Stewart. Wing Wei Tam. Latifat Thompson, with distinction. Mahala Torres, with distinction. Katie Tran, with distinction. Maggie Say, with distinction. Antonia Wang, with distinction. Jack White, with distinction. Tiffany Liu, with distinction. Simone Wright. Bachelor of Urban and Regional Planning, Urban and Regional Planning. Kirsten Afonte, with distinction. Mariam Ahmed. Carla Alag. Munira Al-Amoudi, with distinction. Madeline Albano, with distinction. Marissa Bechula. Z. Cow. Nicole Cappadocia. Nicole Chimadamore. What's your first? Carlo Baldassara. Joshua Chiapetta. Jacob Serco. Victoria Colantonio, with distinction. Dominic DK. Deanna Guida, with distinction. Afroz Hassan, with distinction. Alyssa Hawley. Aisha Hamza. Matthew Ka. Hamna Khurshid. Natalie Coe. Alexandra Kristeich. Thisika Longiswaran, with distinction. Christopher Martin, with distinction. David Mejia Monico. Cheyenne Mirhassani Vahed. Patrice Mitchell, with distinction. Justin Murtaugh. Aaron O'Sullivan. Pauline Pangilinan, with distinction. Adam Penozzo. Jessica Pascucci, with distinction. Christian Tyler Rampersad. Leandro Santos, with distinction. Sadaf Shahid, with distinction. Hongzhou Sun. Shamari Sundiatsa. Sadia Tariq. Catherine Tran.
Name is always here for backup. Name's always there for backup.
Veronica Valoroso. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the graduate degrees in the Faculty of Community Services. Master of Arts, Child and Youth Care, Irene Zenglele. Teresa Ferrerio. Erica Allegria. Farzana Balapatel. Rose Bonello. Sarah Delgado. Marika Camaras Garland. Asia Leon. Mandeep Mon. Graham McIntyre. Tharani Pathmalingam. Melissa Russell. Manisha Shretha. Maya Simon. Tina Fernandez Chopra. Nurse practitioner. Lee Nguyen. Master of Nursing. Sarah Abrahams. Radhika Arya. Linda O. Young. Janelle Bandele. Natalie Britton. Janet Chan. Alana Nicole DeFry. Amelie Frenette. They are also receiving a primary healthcare practitioner certificate. Eunice Furtado. They are also receiving a primary healthcare practitioner certificate. Jessica Gill, also receiving a primary healthcare practitioner certificate. Anita Huang, also receiving a primary healthcare practitioner certificate. Ava Herge Miller. Ifeyinwa Inoma. Marie Elizabeth Dumitriou. Carissa Jackson, also receiving a primary healthcare practitioner certificate. Gurpreet Kaur. Jody Ann Manhertz. Philomena Mazella, also receiving a primary healthcare practitioner certificate. Zubeida Mohammed, also receiving a primary healthcare practitioner certificate. Muzgan Sadat. V.D. Shah, also receiving a primary healthcare practitioner certificate. Shai Thavendran, also receiving a primary healthcare practitioner certificate. Cynthia Unitas. Ashley Wilson. Master of Health Science, Nutrition, Communication. Rebecca Liang. Kura Tulain Sheikh. Master of Social Work, Social Work. Oladuni Aladijibe. Abisola Asha. Covadonga Blanco Martinez. Paula Duncan. Trisha Grant. Hifsa Hifse. Ilham Jilani. Thomas Nguyen. Larissa Oak. Keisha Paul. Olu Kwamena. Jessica Shirk. Logan Wong. Master of Planning, Urban Development. Masuma Ali. Nico Kasunkat. Taranjeet Grewal. Morgan Henderson. Pune Jamshidi. Jane Law. Danielle Ninarsik Bis. Ryan Locke. Haley Oleksiak. Niranjan Rajivan. Madam Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of today's graduates.
Hello, Toronto Met grads. I'm Jen McMillan, Vice Provost students, and I'm so excited to share this moment with you. After years of hard work and great memories, you finally made it to the finish line. Congratulations on this huge accomplishment. I know you have a lot of family and friends in your corners too, people who supported you when you needed it most, and who cheered you on at every milestone. Whether they are near or far, they are celebrating you today, and no doubt incredibly proud of your achievements. I hope you feel that your degree not only represents what you learned in the classroom, but how you made the most of your time here. You worked hard, tackling assignments, studying for exams, and balancing jobs, but also played hard, joining clubs, making athletics history, and becoming student leaders. While some of you might have grown up close by, many of you spent hours on a plane to get here. And that's the beauty of this place. We're a community made up of people from all around the world who found a second home at TMU. So take all of your experiences, your successes and learnings, and dive into every opportunity that lies ahead. Grow the network of friends you've built here and help one another thrive in new spaces around the world. I hope you keep getting involved, keep speaking up, and keep living out loud because this world needs you, just as you are. Do you hear me? It needs you, and I'm so happy we could help you on your way. Congratulations again.
When I moved here to go to university, I was, this kid in this big, intimidating city, and this place just felt like home to me.
And I knew immediately, having just come from Jamaica, that that was the place for me.
I spent 3 years here. These are still the best 3 years of my life.
One of the fondest memories that I had was being here at 1, 2 in the morning. You're leaving at around 3 a.m., but it didn't matter because you were doing what you loved.
My fondest memory at the university was the day I graduated. Dr. G. Raymond Chang, our previous chancellor, was handing it off to me. I remember when I got up to that stage, I whispered over to him, "I'm Jamaican as well. I'm so proud to have you as my chancellor," and we giggled.
Interaction with meeting students from all over the world, interaction with my instructors of the day.
My fondest memory was getting a husband.
The warmth, the camaraderie, the buildings were so friendly.
During my 8 years as president of the university, I officiated at well over 50 convocations. My fondest memory really was to see the students coming across the stage, to see their families excited with them, and to see so many of the students who are graduating be the first in their family to get a degree.
And it's all true. Yes, thank you. It's not fluff.
Jennifer Simpson, Provost and Vice President Academic, and I'm really glad to be able to offer concluding comments to today's ceremony. And like you, this is my first graduation at Toronto Metropolitan. I started here in July 2021. As we kind of conclude this great celebration, we'll take just a minute to consider all the challenges that the graduates, you as graduates, have had to overcome: endless study sessions, balancing extracurricular activities with a demanding academic schedule, and all of this on top of a global pandemic. You've had to succeed in insurmountable situation. You'll also leave with cherished memories from varsity games, campus events, and reminiscing with lifelong friends. We hope that you'll also leave with an appetite for learning to fuel your growth in the years ahead. I want to say that you're standing at the beginning of your own next chapter. I think it's fair to say that you'll have moments of excitement and sometimes frustration and self-doubt. I'll tell a very brief story about when I had one of those moments of self-doubt about what I was going to do. It was following my bachelor's degree about a year after, and in that moment I reached out to a professor, and we hope that you do this as well, that you stay in touch with us. When I reached out and asked, what do I do? He was so excited to see me, and he told me, whenever possible, follow your heart. That's a message we want to leave with all of you, to hold on to your passions and commitments, and also to reach out to us, to your professors and to staff and to friends that you found. As we heard earlier, it's 1 + 1 + 1. So we encourage you to hang on to that, to trust yourself, to continuing to ask questions, to keep learning, to stay open, and we'll also thank all of the friends and family that supported you along the way. We know you couldn't have done it without them. So finally, good luck and congratulations. By completing your journey here, you will always be a part of the Toronto Metropolitan University family, an ever-growing group of passionate people doing remarkable work in every corner of the world. Good luck with all of your future endeavors. We're looking forward to what each of you will contribute to our shared future. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Provost Simpson. I would like to thank all the volunteers and faculty here today who helped make this ceremony a wonderful experience for all. Graduates and guests, once again, congratulations from everyone at the university. I hope you continue to enjoy this special day. But first, if you can, please rise and join Catherine Rohn from the Office of the Dean of Arts in the singing of our national anthem. Following the anthem, please remain standing until all of our graduates have left the arena. Thank you for celebrating with us today.